In the hands of soldiers from the misty trenches of the Somme to the sun-scorched hills of the Khyber Pass, one rifle echoed across history. It wasn't flashy, it wasn't automatic, but it was fast, reliable, deadly accurate. This is the story of the Lee Enfield. In 1888, the British Army adopted a new rifle, the Lee Metford. It was the product of two minds, James Paris Lee, whose bolt-action design featured a rear locking system and a detachable box magazine, and William Ellis Metford, whose shallow rifling was ideal for black powder cartridges. The Lee Metford was revolutionary. Soldiers could fire multiple rounds without reloading after every shot, a leap forward in battlefield firepower. But the rifle had a flaw. Britain had adopted cordite, a smokeless propellant that burned hotter than black powder. Metford's rifling couldn't handle the heat. It wore out too quickly. The solution came from the Royal Small Arms Factory at Enfield. Deeper, more durable rifling. Thus the Lee Enfield was born. In 1895, the rifle magazine Lee Enfield MLE entered service. It retained Lee's bolt and magazine system, but replaced Metford's rifling with the new Enfield pattern. The MLE featured a 30-inch barrel and a 10-round magazine, making it ideal for long-range engagements. It quickly became the standard rifle of the British Empire, seeing action in colonial conflicts across Africa and Asia. During the Sudan campaign, British troops armed with MLEs faced Mahdist warriors in brutal desert skirmishes. The rifle's rapid bolt action allowed soldiers to fire 15-20 aimed shots per minute, an astonishing rate for the time. It was also used in the Boxer Rebellion, where British and Commonwealth forces defended foreign legations in Beijing. The MLE was a rifle of empire, long, powerful, and built for open battlefields. By 1904, the British Army needed a more versatile rifle. The short magazine Lee Enfield, SMLE, was born. With a 25-inch barrel and improved sights, it was lighter, faster, and easier to handle in close quarters. The No. 1 Meko 3, introduced in 1907, became the definitive model. It featured on-charger loading for quick reloads, a robust bolt with cock-on closing action, a 10-round magazine unmatched among bolt-action rifles. In World War I, the SMLE proved its worth. At the Battle of Mons in 1914, British rifle fire was so rapid and accurate that German troops believed they faced machine guns. During the Gallipoli campaign, Anzac troops used SMLEs in trench raids and sniper duels. And at the Somme in 1916, the rifle endured mud, blood, and chaos, yet kept firing. It became a symbol of British resilience. Soldiers trusted it, enemies feared it, and it earned a nickname, the Smelly. After the armistice, Britain sought to modernize. The No. 1 Memkai FOV was a rare transitional model, followed by the MK-FAT trials in 1922. These introduced aperture sights and improved ergonomics. Though never standardized, they paved the way for future designs. The SMLE remained in service through the Irish War of Independence, the Malayan Emergency, and countless colonial conflicts. It was more than a rifle, it was a symbol of imperial reach. Even as new designs were tested, the SMLE held its ground. Its reliability, speed, and familiarity made it hard to replace. From the deserts of Sudan to the trenches of France, the Lee Enfield evolved with the times. But the world was changing again. New wars, new terrain, and a new rifle was waiting in the wings. The world was at war again. From the frozen fields of Europe to the tangled jungles of Burma, British soldiers carried a new rifle, one forged from experience and shaped by necessity. This is the story of the No. 4 Mark I and the Jungle Carbine. In 1939, Britain adopted the rifle No. 4 Mark I, a wartime evolution of the SMLE. It was stronger, simpler, and designed for mass production. The receiver was squared off, the barrel thickened, and the sights replaced with a rear aperture for faster target acquisition. Factories across the Commonwealth answered the call. BSA Shirley, UK, produced approximately 530,000 rifles. ROF Maltby, UK, produced around 850,000 rifles. ROF Fazakerley, UK, produced about 1,100,000 rifles. Long Branch, Canada, produced roughly 900,000 rifles. Savage Stevens, USA, produced around 1 million rifles under Lend-Lease. Each rifle bore unique serial markings, often coded by factory. These rifles saw action in every major theatre of Douai. At El Alamein, British troops used it to break the Axis line. In Normandy, it was the rifle of the Commonwealth infantry, and in the bitter cold of the Ardennes, it proved its reliability once again. But in the jungles of Southeast Asia, the number 4 was too heavy, too long. British forces needed something lighter. In 1944, the rifle number 5 McCall was born, nicknamed the Jungle Carbine. It was nearly 4 inches shorter and over 2 pounds lighter than the number 4. Design changes included lightning cuts to the receiver and barrel, a hollowed bolt knob, a flash suppressor for low-light combat, a rubber butt pad to absorb recoil and prevent slippage. Production ran from March 1944 to December 1947, with a total of 251,368 rifles made. BSA Shirley, 81,329 rifles, ROF Fazakerley, 169,807 rifles. It was accurate to 400 yards, perfect for jungle skirmishes. The Jungle Carbine entered service in September 1944. By year's end, 50,000 had already been accepted for use. The Jungle Carbine saw action in the final stages of WPOO, especially in Burma. It was favored by airborne troops and commandos for its compact profile. After the war, it became the rifle of choice in colonial conflicts. The Indonesian National Revolution, the Malayan Emergency, the Korean War, the Vietnam War. Its nickname came not from official designation, but from its battlefield reputation. Soldiers called it the Jungle Carbine, a name that stuck. Despite its popularity, the Jungle Carbine was retired early. The British cited a mysterious flaw, wandering zero. At unpredictable moments, the rifle would lose accuracy, allegedly due to its lightened structure. Collectors debate the truth. Many imported rifles in the US show no such issue. Was it metallurgy, wartime stress, or just a convenient excuse to move on? The number 4 and the Jungle Carbine marked the end of an era, bolt-action rifles at their peak. But the world was changing, semi-automatics, full auto conversions, and the Lee Enfield wasn't done yet. Join us next time for Chapter 3, the L-42 Sniper, the Ishapur 2A1 and the full auto Enfield experiments that defied expectation. I hope you enjoyed part 1 of the Lee Enfield saga. Keep an eye out for part 2, where we continue our journey through the Lee Enfield rifle and its changes. Please leave a like if you enjoyed the video, subscribe to the channel and click on notifications so you don't miss part 2 or any of my upcoming videos. And above all else, thank you for watching.